fumbling around with possible movie stories, learning my craft, and when I could spare the time, that is when one of those pieces had brought in a little living and breathing money, my wife, the mother of my children, sort of nagged me, I can't think of another word, into going back to that strange manuscript that she'd always liked, just to see what happened, how it ended. And finally, I don't recall particularly enthusiastically, and I did go back to work on it in my, literally as we say, in my copious spare time.
He took that 85-page fragment, threw out 83 and a half pages of it, and started again.
And I had no idea, because I didn't then, what on earth I was doing. I can remember making a list of one-syllable names that I knew the prince would have to have, and finally settled on Lear. What never occurred to me was, in the first place, I'd stumbled on the name of one of the greatest of Celtic sea gods, L-L-Y-R. And secondly, that inevitably, however this story came out, he was going to grow up and become King Lear. I honestly never thought about that. And I didn't know where the unicorns were, where they'd gone to, and I was simply praying that King Haggard would know. I figured if I could get it out of him, and I did finally, very near the end, then I might get through with this thing. A friend of mine, and I labored over it endlessly, very slowly, as slowly as I write now. I wrote much slower then. And a friend of mine, a very good writer, living in Santa Cruz, we were living in the backcountry north of Santa Cruz, had just finished a new novel. He gave it to me in manuscript. And I put it aside because I didn't dare read it. I remember thinking simply, Jim's good. This one's going to be better than the one before it. And if I read this now, I'm going to be completely paralyzed. I'm only half paralyzed now. And so I put it aside on a shelf in the back room, the bedroom where I was working. And on the hot August night that I finally finished The Last Unicorn, or at least its first complete draft, I remember putting on the bathrobe, coming out of the back room, announcing to my wife and family, okay, it's finished, I'm taking a shower. And I took a shower, put my bathrobe back on, then sat down and read my friend's manuscript straight through, because then it was all right. At least I finished mine.
And the rest is history.